Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Pathologic 2. Who is ready to be disappointed? Who is ready to be depressed? Who is ready for the biggest downer ending of any series we've ever had? Something tells me we're coming close to things turning south in a way that is maybe not recoverable. Every person that we love who has ever been in danger is infected. Every person that we know who has ever been infected is dead. It's just... that's not true. Notkin, look at Notkin, he's fine. Look at the thanks in his eyes. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that I've managed to put us in a real bad place. Some of it's me. The situation with our own infection is absolutely on me. Some of it's just the damn plague. Like, we tried with a bunch of these people. Not so much with Ava, but we tried with a bunch of these people to keep them safe, and it's come to nothing. So we're going to soldier on bravely as we can, because what else could we do? I suppose we could just lay down here and wait for the pest to take us. But we're not going to do that. So right now, we're very infected and we're very wounded because the antibiotics are not very good for you. Here's what I'm thinking. If we try to walk around and get stuff done with this little health and this much infection, we're just going to keel over in the street. And we know that will happen because it has happened to us before. So, I think we need to recover some health by resting. I know we don't really need the rest in the sense of like our exhaustion meter, and our hunger meter won't bear too much sleeping. But we need to rest to recover health, let the still finish cooking the antibiotics that we're making up in there, wake up, use our increased amount of health to take those antibiotics, drive the infection level down, and then we're going to have to come up with some kind of long-term solution. To be clear, we could have cured ourselves with the Shimada we found instead of giving it to Notkin. If we did that, Notkin would almost certainly be dead. I don't feel bad about it. I know that I may have like totally screwed us in a game sense, but I feel good about an act of selflessness like that, especially in a time that is as grim as this is. I will say that the mechanics of this game, the frustration of it all, it has brought me into the feeling of this place. I think that Pathologic 2 communicates the desperation of its setting and story really effectively. I have been back and forth on whether or not I'm having any fun at all playing this game, but I have found it to be an extremely compelling experience. I'm really glad that the developers just sent it to me out of the blue, because I don't know that I ever would have tried it otherwise. But it's really something. So we have these painkillers. If taken before sleep, improves health. I think we're gonna take this painkiller that we made up and take a nap, and then, like I said, do the thing. What is this that we have over here? There's another painkiller made from liver tissue, made from kidney tissue. Boy, what do you think? I'm gonna take the kidney tissue one. I'm gonna take the liver tissue one. Actually, if we touch them, do they have different descriptions? A mixture of herbs and human organs is called dead broth. It is believed to absorb death and feebleness, invigorating whoever takes it. My handcrafted painkillers have a hidden property. They divert the plague's gaze. If I see the world going dark due to infection, taking one will relieve the effect. Oh, that's interesting. It did not say anything specific about the liver parts. Okay, no, it's the same text. Okay, it does show the different tag. I was wondering if it was completely the same screen no matter what, but it does show the correct art. Yeah, let's take the liver one. Taken before sleep. I love to sleep. So we don't have a ton of time that we can afford to spend, but we have to regain a fair amount of health. I'm going to sleep for 3 hours. Oh, you are kidding me. Non-stop interruptions, man. Or not? Maybe the game is telling us that it's over. It's been too much. Okay. Here we go. Here's something. Oh, no, okay. I was gonna say I don't have any control, but it's just being really jerky. I wonder if that's an intentional effect, or if that's my computer, for some reason, choking on this.
Of course it's about the skin. The skin is a connection. It's what you use to touch the world, isn't it? your border.
Oh, there's the word. Border. Like the brain. Everything that limits us exists only in the mind. Imperare sibi maximum imperium est.
You're talking past each other. Ah, everyone does.
That is the truest thing anyone in this
Organs
game has
are
said.
what matter. And blood. Blood is the bond between us.
But touch is transformative. You can only change someone through touch. They'll undergo a metamorphosis and not even notice.
So it's all deception to you? Where did you even come from?
No, I don't deceive people. But I touch things, leaving behind tiny pieces of myself. Then I watch. Watch them change.
You can't change someone against their will. Only will matters. Which proves this is all about blood.
Blood is only a stream of red and white cells. Sure, they contain information, but how can anything compare to the magnificence of the brain?
Make up your mind. Otherwise, the town will die.
No, it won't. I can perform miracles. Just let me. Let me go. Stop playing against me, both of you.
Playing? Do you think this is a game? 914 people died yesterday.
922. It will be more than 1,000 tomorrow. Nokoin dun orto.
Yes, this is exactly my point. They're all numbers to you. But what you think of as zeros and ones are actual people. They've already been touched by someone's will. They've been reanimated.
I don't think we'll ever see eye to eye. We have such little time left. Shall we leave then?
So
Look at the
we
way Clara
separate,
moves.
as usual. How many days do we have? 11?
Let's go. The clock is ticking.
There's a real like caged hulking animal sort of suggestion to the way she like the way her shoulders are hunched as she moves and stuff. It was a very interesting scene. It's hard to imagine. Oh, time is actually passing right now. It's hard to imagine a character in a video game ever being able to say anything about ones and zeros without calling to your attention that it's being said by a computerized character. It's interesting. I wonder how much that was the intent there. How much it was the intent to draw forward the idea they're just ones and zeros to you, but they're actually people. Is supposed to make us think of the characters in the video game being treated as though they're people. This game is frustrating and I kind of hate it, but it's also really fascinating to me. Alright, let's take these. Lowers infection. These suck though, they hurt so much. And honestly, I'm not sure that we lost infection very much relative. It went up over the course of the sleep and stuff. I guess we lost a little bit. I'm gonna do this again. I know we're not tired at all, but I didn't regain very much health, and this is the only method that we have of regaining health meaningfully. We can't sleep too long because hunger. That looks to me pretty conclusive. Do you see how different the rate of in which the Haruspex finally realizes how deep the rifts go? Definitely makes me think of the rift in the Steppe Village. Did you see how much quicker our health was going up there than in the previous 2 hour sleep? I'm pretty sure it is the case that if you take something that gives you an extra effect while you're sleeping, and the sleep is immediately interrupted by a dream sequence, you lose the effect of the thing. Either that or the one of those two elixirs. The kidney one was just way more effective. That also could be the case, because who can say with the mechanics of this game? I mean, I'm intentionally not looking stuff up, so I guess if I'm having trouble with the mechanics, I have no one to blame but myself. So we're starving. Save. Ugh. Should drink. And we should make some stuff. We can't make good tinctures with what we have here, but unfortunately we just don't have a lot of time. I'm gonna leave 1 bottle of water for me. Okay, so, things we need to do. We gotta get food. Of the people who are infected, I care about Lara the most. We don't really have a lot of... I mean, I just drank all of our antibiotics, right? How are we going to take care of people? We don't have any money. I don't know how we're going to get food. We can trade... We can try to buy some stuff at the shop by selling everything valuable we have on us. My scalpel's in pretty poor repair, isn't it? Yeah, so it's not really valuable. Man, maybe they'll buy my boots? Whew. This right here, this is what I was talking about. So yeah, done everything I can for you. Really communicating the sense of the place and time to me here. Hey, look, it's not plagued out here right now. Isn't that lovely? I didn't have anything... No, I don't have any infected blood or anything to make antibiotics out of. Ooh, so between the hunger and our infection level, we're losing health rapidly, and we need to fix one or both of those things. My concern is definitely that we will find that we are unable to purchase any food at all. But we have to check, right? It's not like it's out of the way. We probably need to go scavenging today. It's going to be tough and dangerous. We have to figure out where the plague is today so that we can know who's in danger, who needs to be immunized. What we do have is immunizers, right? Alright, dude. 732. The cheapest piece of food is 732. Do I have anything that might get us anywhere near that? Pair of needles... This grindstone, this chisel, that bottle of water. The morphine's actually extremely valuable. That's really nice. We can sell the boxed immunity boosters. I think that should be a problem. The thimble's pretty valuable. I know I wanted to repair our clothes, but one problem at a time, right? Okay, eat. Whew. One problem at a time. What do we... I have thoughts. New work is waiting at the hospital. And we'd better do it, because I'm not getting paid today. We got into a situation, and I didn't end up finishing my work yesterday, and I can't afford to do that again. Ooh, I've got us in a situation here. How do we make it out? I have no idea. Let me just rearrange my inventory real quick, because this gives me a sense of purpose, even if it does objectively very little. Alright, so the infection's going to be tearing at us constantly, but... this is broken. Did I repair this one? Did they re-break? I haven't been playing consistently enough to remember, unfortunately, because of... not the game, but just, like... stuff in my life, which I don't really need to... Let's not worry about it. I'm forgetful, is my point. Oof, I feel rough. Actually, while we're out here, I should hit Notkin. We should... Or not Notkin, but the guy outside. Although, honestly, I don't know what we can trade for a map. I get the tinctures, I think, were valuable to the kids, right? They understand the value of the Menku's medicine. Okay, welcome. Is this barrel actually full? No. Of course not. Ridiculous. Okay, the kid with the map is not here. Is the kid with the map inside? Will Notkin give me a map? Do I already have... Ooh, do I already have the map for today? Hold on. I might. Oh, something's going on in here. I mean, I know what areas were plagued. Including this one, although there's not a lot of buildings you can enter in this place, so... Looting is not going to be terribly effective. Nobody here has anything to say to me. Fine, I'll just go figure it out the old-fashioned way. You'd think they'd be grateful. Me having given my only Schmouder to Notkin and everything. Alright, so what are we doing next? Reuben is dead, and I think I know who is responsible for this. Do we have a reason to think that someone living here is responsible? We don't have anything to give Stomaton, but going to the pub and selling herbs might be a really good idea. Provided, you know what, I was going to say provided we get a decent price for them. I'll take anything. I'll take anything at all at this point. We can't use money to buy food anywhere in town except at the Shady Shop. But there are still things that money is good for. We gotta run around here. Well, I guess let's go to Saba's place first, right? Because we're not gonna want to come back out here unless we absolutely have to. But we do absolutely have to. Or I was gonna say we do absolutely have to in order to brew stuff to make people who are plagued a little bit less likely to die. But I suppose we could just acquire some antibiotics in town or something. I think today's going to be a really rough day for us in terms of picking up any non-essential supplies, though. We have no money, we have very little to trade. We are going to have to scavenge. I'm not looking forward to it.
The Inquisitor proceeds with her terrible harvest. Is she a pretty one, at least? A doll of bone china and rose gold?
Did your people kill Reuben? His conscience killed him. He, too, walked around with a heavy heart, so it tore away and slipped from his chest. Why did he feel so guilty? He killed a man. We became the suspects. He knew, but did not come clean. Wanted to stall for time. Did his work while we were being killed for his sin. His conscience finished him off. A decent enough man. So is he Father's killer? It would have been, I mean, it could have been the other guy, right? Shoot, I can't remember his name. That other important story character who died. Who did he kill? A big man. A strong man. A man who carried a whole world within him. A man who carried our town. Why do you need a name? Have you not enough worries as it is? You cannot avenge your father, so you grasp at opportunities to avenge a friend, too. What have you done to Reuben is a weird thing to say at this point in this conversation. Yeah, you know what? This is a really good point, though. Vengeance is not the thing that's going to help anybody at this moment. We need to care for the living first. But if we could understand why Father was killed, I mean, the list is still very mysterious, right? Yeah, what have you done to Reuben? Our hands never touched him, but eyes can touch, so we looked at him, made him look at us, made his conscience eat him from the inside. Yeah, okay, well, like, I understand what happened. So that's why I was saying that's a weird thing to say at that point in the conversation, because it just loops around to a thing she already told us. Touched him with your eyes, huh? You can do that, too. Have you not tried? You're a merciless woman, Saba. No forgiveness? What does it have to do with me? We, Katanga, feel everything together. We hold no counsel. We give no orders. The elders listen. The kin acts. Shekin wakes up again. Have you heard of the old village? I have. Was Reuben's fate decided there? Everything is decided there. The soil there is thin, so one can hear everything. Understand, another stepward, that only in your world do people decide who lives and who dies, think so highly of themselves. We do not think, we listen. Everything happens on its own. So, again here, a reference to sound and the steppe village. Because, right, we were told to whisper into the ear, and I think that crevice thing that we discovered is the ear, although I don't know what to do with it. Yeah, we do not think we listen, everything happens on its own. If that was true, you'd still be walking on all fours. Consider a flock of birds. Birds give no advice, no speeches. They take wing all at once and go where they need. But they know how to listen. They know not the concept of self. They fear death not. You'll become like that too. All who come to Sheken understand. I definitely don't agree that birds have no concept of self. Birds spend an awful lot of time preening and presenting the concept of self. I don't know that that was a useful conversation. Did we learn anything there? In the end, Stock is dead. It doesn't matter who killed him. Yeah, okay, fair enough. That does not leave me with a lot to go on. I suppose today, though, we know that Anna Angel is drowning mice because she's just having a whole weird one. We need advice from someone more well-versed in blood over here, the Bachelor. We need to go to the hospital. We need to go to Lara's place. I think the move from here is maybe... The move from here is maybe to go to Anna's because we want to end up in a place where we can scavenge. We have to find something to give to Lara to get to the theater. I mean, maybe we don't have to find something to give to Lara, right? Maybe there's no point at all in interacting with Lara because a lot of the infection stuff has been decided more or less without us, even in cases where we helped. Our help has not been relevant a bunch of times. I don't know. And we're already starving again. I do not know what to do. Those guys are angry. Oh wait, this is a darkened area. We can scavenge here. Huh. That's pretty unsettling. There's a bunch of scavenger dudes just kind of standing and staring off into the distance. Alright, let's maybe take it easy on the running for a second here, because if we do get grabbed while we're attempting this next thing, I want to be able to run in a hurry. We're not going to make it anywhere. Also, the game is running like total butt right now, and I don't have any idea why. They're no... Is this little area completely enclosed? All of the buildings, these doors, just... man. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, needing to run. We're still too infected. Okay, these will be normal people, not looter people. Hoping that bringing this guy over here will get some of them aggroed on him. And we're gonna mess him up because we need anything he might have on him. Here I am not fighting for survival in the same sense as usual, but I am still very much fighting for survival. Wow! Just like fucking spun around and instantly killed me. Okay. That's very sucky. That is very bad. Mark, I'm gonna need some help. My friend. My good old friend Mark. No? Not here? And again with the... yeah, the weird jerkiness. Hello, who are you? Wait, that's Andre. Oh yeah, reach out.
Was called the calligrapher. They wouldn't let me forget what I'd done, but they couldn't kill me. That means this is just the beginning.
That's not Andre, that's Peter. So Andre, hold on. Do I have access to my... No, I do not have access to my people screen while I'm in here. That's very curious. Can I move around up here a little bit? I'm just,
The
yeah.
path was called the Warden. With the fruits of my sacrilege, I sated the town.
My path was called the Warden. So, I know that in the original Pathologic, there were 3 stories to play through. And I believe that is the plan for Pathologic 2. Only the first story, that of the Haruspecs, is currently in the game, but the other 2 will become playable, and they're all named like that. So I wonder if these are the other 2 characters you play as. Play through, like, the stock Reuben version of the thing. Presumably, playing through the other 2 stories would give us some answers or something. Yesterday's strategies might become useless or impossible tomorrow. Stock up. Yeah, there's definitely, like, a danger in thinking that you've got it, you've figured it out. There's a lot of really interesting game design here, because that did happen to us a couple of times, right, where I felt like I had gotten into the rhythm of things, I felt like I was on top of it, and then all of a sudden all the rules changed and all of the thinking ahead that you had done just goes to nothing. And that's a really effective tool for using mechanics to and is this really the amount of health that I have? So we had lost like this much. We had lost it down to like here just from infection damage. Oh, well, also from hunger damage. But my point is, it's grim. So we had not yet done this. And we hear the voice of the sand pest, and we're so infected, and in order to make more antibiotics, we would have to get some infected blood. So maybe we intentionally go into a plagued area. The conversation with Saba is useless, so I'm just not even going to bother this time. We have to get food. We have to get better food. Or we just have to get more food. I believe it is the case that it's been hinted that time is passing faster and faster. So part of the reason we're getting hungrier, it's not like we're requiring more food each day, but we're requiring more food each hour of real time. And that also contributes to really making it feel like a desperate situation. Could we make it to 976, do you think? Water bottle. This stuff. My boots aren't really worth that much. My cloak's not really worth that much. My rusty scalpel's gonna break if I ever use it again anyway. May as well just sell it. Right, I was like, why am I not anywhere close? Shouldn't I be close? But it's the morphine is why. Morphine was the thing I had to sell. I'm reluctant to part with the peanuts. We're close, though. I think we gotta sell the boots. Maybe the cloak, too? This cloak's not going to be mine for very much longer. Jesus, the price of everything. Alright, this is a little bit more food. It's kind of a lot, honestly. It's kind of a lot more food. So I kept a couple of water bottles. We have our medicines, but they're not... Oh wait, where am I actually going? What do I want to do? I don't want to bother with this. The thought that we get from that is not actually helpful. Maybe we just go straight to the hospital, actually. So hold on. None of the buildings out here... Oh, maybe not none of them. Maybe we can go in some of these? I'm just thinking, like, this area is marked as... No, never mind. It's marked as lootable on the map, but it's not, in any meaningful sense, lootable. Or it's marked as a place where the plague was, anyway. It really sucks. I need things. I need things very badly. And at this point, I really am talking about just about anything. Okay. Plague District. Grand. No sense going to the grocery. We don't have anything... We don't have any tickets. No sense going to the pharmacy because we don't have any money. And if we were going to go to a pharmacy, we would go to the one by the hospital anyway. I guess let's just keep moving. What is this? Why do I suddenly have a mark on my map? Oh, we know that Vlad is in trouble. Well, that is pretty resolvable, actually. Come on with the spawning plague clouds directly on top of me. That's very frustrating. Yeah, so we have some stuff for Vlad. We can boost his immunity. We can boost our own immunity in a second here. That one I'm not too worried about. Alright, you should take some of this wonderful plus tincture. And I myself will take some of this one. Now that we know that antibiotics made from the white tincture provide a significant health benefit while resting, I care about the white tincture a lot more. That is very useful. So there's some possibility here, to be clear. Let's make sure everybody's on the same page with what I'm expecting. There's some possibility here that we get into a state where that we deathlock ourselves, right? Which is something I've been worried about a lot. That guy is real dead. Oh, he has things. Touching the dead, not good for you. Ah, man, I'm sorry. I can't really afford to help you. Okay, dead items, potentially very useful. I didn't bother going to see what's going on with the plague or trying for the dead item shop or anything. I'm sorry, I gotta keep moving. Oh, hold on. Definitely time to drink a little something. I'm gonna take another one of the little ones and try to save the big ones for helping other people. But it's possible we'll get into a position where we're deathlocked, right? And if that happens, will I just start the game over? Honestly, maybe. Maybe. It probably won't be right away, but I think I would be willing to give this a shot again from the top. Really, the marrow is also... That's grim. We got hit by a plague cloud from the back. We just got to get around to the front of the theater real fast here. Oh, this sucks. If only I had any homemade painkillers right now. You know, it does not suck? Free bottles. So yeah, if we get deathlocked and we can't actually complete the game, I will... It'll come back. We'll try again from the top with more knowledge. Because, like I said, I find this frustrating and compelling. And the compelling part, I am definitely willing to let override the other parts. Alright, hi, I'm having a terrible day. Aren't you dead? No, not him. Saburov died.
That strange girl. What madman. Only
Simon Kane. Simon Kane, that's the guy who died. I remember now, it's all coming back. It all failed. The isolation ward in the cathedral, the hospital in the theater, even the cemetery is an issue now. Why do you think it failed? Well, was there a single person who left this hospital healthy? But at least we studied the disease, we learned things. The town is dying, and now this Inquisitor, and the powers that be know everything. They won't be lenient anymore. Yeah? What can they do? Send the army? The army? No, I don't suppose they would do that. What's the point? It would just be a waste of soldiers. Yeah, and all of them would get sick and die. Alright, see? It could have been even worse. What a helpful thing to say. What's up, dudes? Orderlies? The doctor's here. Our shift's over. Who are you? Grigory Gorky, orderly number 6. Even number, unfortunately. My partner, Averly Guar, is luckier. How so? It's 'cause suffering tears the soul in two, and death keeps an eye on such moments. That's all just poetry. What I'm saying is, where there's an even number, someone dies. Even numbers are just unlucky. Huh. What's today's job? To check this exact theory. But you ain't in danger, Doctor, 'cause you're the one and only, and death avoids ones. It's afraid to pick its finger. It's afraid to prick its finger on them. All in all, you just gotta wait here for an hour until you're relieved. An hour? Well, you got enough medicine? Any protective clothing? Even a piece of cloth would do. The air here is thick. Breathing it is like eating infection with a spoon. A really big one. I have everything I need. Good. We won't lock the door out of respect. Resolve is only heroic as long as there was a choice. But Dr. Burach is not the type to run away, are you? Okay. We have medicines. We don't have any protective clothing. But we have medicines. I'm just going to go ahead and take this. No, I shouldn't. I should use these. We should save this for someone who really needs it. So just stand here for an hour until you are relieved. Okay. Cool. Plague cloud out of nowhere. Always fun. Always a good time. Can't use that. Ooh, I became much more infected there, despite the fact that I have some immunity. That's worrying. I might actually die. Well, let's do a little autopsy on this woman. I'm gonna drain her blood. And then we're gonna cut a little bit. Because I need stuff to make tinctures out of. Or antibiotics, rather. Okay, not too bad. Plague cloud forming on the plague person. Makes sense. Hopefully it will not just charge us. I am super infected. If the person who comes to relieve me doesn't bring some damn, like, schmouder, I think we might just be screwed. That's definitely moving toward me. I'm gonna go around the far side of this. Fortunately, an hour of in-game time should not really be a lot of real time. So yeah, it's definitely moving toward us. It's definitely, like, tracking us. Really, that's a third of the hour. We're not going to survive. Getting hit by that first big cloud gave us so much infection that we're definitely going to die. Can't just walk over the dead, like just step around their legs and stuff carefully. Alright, so this is going to put us back in... Oh good, it's Mark! Hey everybody, it's Mark. How you doing? He doesn't actually... Okay, no, he does. Right. You have to be very careful with where you aim at Mark. He won't talk to you otherwise.
Strong enough to support one another's misfortune.
I see you have a question. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So each new death brings me closer to defeating it? What do you mean, each new death? We're not in a fairy tale. People don't come back to life. And what do you mean by defeating? Well, then how is death overcome? Not defeated, mind you, but overcome? I told you already, many times. By changing the attitude. Who dies? What dies? A person? What is a person? Their memory of personal experience? Others' memories of them? A personality? A body? A soul? Ooh, okay, I don't think that Artemi Burach believes in the soul. But a person's not just a body, but a body is definitely part of a person, you know, like the chemical makeup of your brain and stuff. definitely plays a part. I would say that the whole that is comprised there is called the personality. Use yours, then. Okay, what if I define a person as a body? Remember the Keynes method. To solve the unsolvable, redefine the conditions. Why do you think there's only one body? My stage experiment proves Artemi Burak can have several. Bodies die. The person remains. What? Like a photon piercing several holes at once. A person doesn't equal their physical shell. A person is distributed. Distributed among many attempts, bodies, versions, interpretations. Okay. I get what you're saying, but that doesn't help me. Like, the part of you that is you living on past your physical death because of, being distributed among multiple people as memory and stuff, that doesn't help me get stuff done, man. What are you talking about photons for? A particle, or a wave, Small objects can be particles and waves at the same time. Next to catastrophic events, a person is a tiny particle, so that rule applies to them, too. They think they're a particle, but they're a wave. Huh. That's actually a really interesting way of thinking about that. Thinking about what makes you you and how that affects other people and survives and... Huh.
My path was called the restoration of power. I wanted to return strength and dignity to our country. I could have become the ruler were it not for the plague.
Yeah, the plague's striking a lot of us low today, my friend. Friend is strong. Plague's striking a lot of us low today, person with whom I have a casual acquaintance. Okay, so if we go for this and we're more careful. Backstabbing people while stealthed. Boy, that sounds... I am almost never aware of enemies before they're aware of me, I feel like. So if we go back to the hospital and we try again, and we just avoid the huge plague clouds so that we don't take a huge amount of infection and thus start suffering more and more health damage from the infection, then maybe we can make it through our shift? This is after I gave him stuff, right? Yes, it is. Okay. Alright, this is not actually new thoughts. Sorry, I want to go this way. What I really need is more health. I just need a larger supply of health to survive this phenomenon that we are being forced to survive. Alright, so... I mean, we're right here. We may as well peek in. Maybe this one store in the Plague District will have not gotten the memo. Maybe the shopkeeper will be dead and we could just take everything. I wonder, if you get a hold of a gun early in the game, I wonder if you just kill the shopkeepers and take their stuff. Obviously, that would prevent you from getting multiple days' worth of supplies from them. But desperation is a real concern at this point, especially at this point. So yeah, she is all on the trading for tickets plan. Or candy wrappers. And silly me here with no wrappers. Alright, touching plagued surfaces is bad for my infection, but not touching plagued surfaces is bad for the amount of loot that I'm carrying. It's a difficult conundrum. We are absolutely going to have to take something right now. I didn't actually use, for some reason. There we go. Okay, that's a firebomb going off right next to us, in case you were curious about that sound. What the hell these guys are doing? Oh, they're punching a plague bearer down in the corner there. I don't know, man. Maybe we can't do this with the amount of health we have. Like, another thing we can't do is not get our job done again. We would be in such dire straits tomorrow if we again do not get paid. Maybe the smart thing to do here is to just go on through, try to scavenge a little bit. Yeah, maybe. Because if we could scavenge some protective clothing, which we've done many times in the past, or some food, or some bandages or something, maybe we go through to the shelter, because we can save at the shelter. Yeah, let's do that. We'll try to scavenge the stuff we might need to survive an hour in the hospital, and we'll come back. That sucks. Okay, we could go out and around. And we need to take a thing. Our infection level is just way too high. And we don't have the health to take any antibiotics at this point. We would die like very, very soon after. Okay, you don't want any of my stuff. Stupid townsfolk not believing in the power of my snake oil. It seems like snake oil, but it does work. That makes it not really snake oil. Not really where I want to be, but... oof, yeah, our health is too low. We might actually be deathlocked. I might have killed us by giving that schmouter to Notkin instead of taking it myself. That said, like, I still kind of feel like it was the right move. Obviously not in a winning the game sense, but in a moral sense. And like I said, I feel like the direness of the circumstances here... oh, hey, it's a guy. Oh, shoot, that's right. I have very low stamina on account of all the thirst. I went for the second uppercut, and he did that random flailing thing that appears to not even be a punch, because it doesn't seem like you can hit people with it. Well, the good news is, if the only penalty we're taking for dying is the decrease in our max health, that's effectively nothing, because our health will never be near the top of that bar ever again.
The play is afoot.
Exhaustion. Exhaustion again. Yeah, exhaustion again. That's what I've been thinking. What about all those stories teaching us that resignation and acceptance sometimes lead to the true victory? Many wise men took exhaustion as a sign that death was a gift. Immortality is the curse of incurable exhaustion. Huh. I'm not sure what to make of that in reference to our current situation. Is Mark Immortal telling me, specifically me, SB, not me, Artemy Brock, to stop playing the game because I've fucked it, basically? Maybe. Let's give this one more swing, I think. This game takes it out of me, man. I don't know that I can play it for a whole hour today. It's just too damn grim. Having very low stamina, due to having had to trade off our only bottle full of water, is definitely contributing to the difficulty here. If we're feeling like we're not going to go to the hospital right away, we should go around the plague districts rather than through them. So let's leave here and just go east enough. Yeah, we'll go out the north gate here, and that'll help a little bit. It's at least possible that we will find a source of non-plagued water out here, and if we could drink. Okay, that was some pop in. You don't see that a lot in modern video games. Okay, Big Vlad's in danger because this is also a plagued area. And a big black death cloud just went past us, not to us, which is nice. Okay, this building's a pharmacy. I know we can't afford any antibiotics, but I want to see what the prices look like. Because the prices for some stuff have been fluctuating, it seems like, from day to day. They're certainly higher today than they were previously. And basically, I just want to know, like, if we were to scavenge and stuff and procure some cash, what would it take to be able to buy some damn pills? $12.80, $21.39. Honestly, these prices don't look higher to me. Do you understand the value of the tinctures a little bit more? You could trade the last of our morphine. Hmm. We could get some antibiotics. We could. Just something to give to Lara, I'm thinking. If I were to sell him... I'm reluctant to sell the last of our morphine because obviously I intend to use it. I like the Mancu's finger and we could potentially have it repaired, but, like, with what? We're selling all the stuff we would repair with. You'd sell our scalpel? I think we should keep our scalpel, though. If we're going to sell one of these, it's probably the Mancu's finger. The thing is, it's so much cheaper to repair a thing that exists than it is to buy a new thing. I'm just looking at this and the math doesn't work out. Okay, I don't think we can afford to buy anything right now. But it's good to know that those are not going to be that expensive. That's useful information. So the whole damn town is infected then. We just need to get through to this area quickly. I'm gonna preemptively take some of this. Take it easy for a second here. Dark plague clouds just full speed sprinting around all over the place. We shouldn't let our stamina meter sit at absolute fullness. Okay, can't trade with that dude. But we also don't want it to be super low, right? In case we suddenly need to run from something. I'll take it. We'll just pour it out in a second. Okay. A part of town that actually isn't plagued. A barrel of water that actually is empty. The guy who has stuff I would love to have, except he won't trade with me. Rough couple of days for us here. Alright, the grocery store is useless to us, but let's go to Town Hall. We can at least make a new save point there. On this side of town. We're still in, like, relatively good health. That was weird. It sounded like the beginning of a voice sample played. Maybe we should save the muddy water to dump into the ear? We tried dumping a couple of other things and nothing seemed to have an effect. Maybe it wants the plague. We're told that the plague is of the earth, right? Although, everybody who says that everything is of the earth, so I suppose they just mean it's a thing that exists. I don't know. I'm flailing in the dark here. We'll hold on to the bottle unless we absolutely need it. Out of curiosity, is anybody... Nope, nobody has anything to say to me, really. Let's at least create a new save point so that if I die again, we start on this side of the town. Okay, she wants to talk to us. I am, in fact, here to get coupons. Okay, so she'll give us stuff even if we aren't supposed to get paid. Doesn't give us a lot, but it's enough to buy some food. Enough to buy a piece of cheap food, which, frankly, I am desperate for. And you have so few opportunities to get anything for free in this game. So let's do this. Let's get in here and get something for free. Desperate. It's a desperate situation. So we need to scavenge a little bit, try to make some money so that we can buy some pills for Lara. We also need to try to make a little bit of money for... Oh boy. That's not good. We can't afford any of this. The inquisitorial coupons we have here are only 12 value. Okay, well, it doesn't have to be right here, right this second, I suppose. Although, I am very hungry. There's a grocery place right there. We're in a place where you can scavenge. But I think we should try to get to this one right now. Yeah, man, the atmosphere here is oppressive. And by here, I mean in the game as a whole. Desperately need water. Also, we desperately need just like any object would be good, so definitely keep searching all the trash. You know, at the very least, even if we can never find water again, which it's starting to feel like might be the case, each barrel is worth 28 coins at the Shady Shop, or each water bottle worth 28 coins at the Shady Shop, so. If we were to start again, I would think maybe a stockpile of water would be a good thing. I'm hoping we can afford some milk. That'll give us a little bit of food and a little bit of drink. Oh god. Gotta go around the back way here. Shoot. Alright, running. I'm not in a position where I could survive. Huh. The guy said, got you, and then ran away from us. Into a wall. Like, really, really into a wall. I mean, I'm just gonna die from hunger and plague damage here, I think. Well, upon respawn, I suppose we know at least one place that we don't even have to check for food. Yeah, even if I make it to the grocery store here, this is bad. If we could at least get information about what is in stock in this store, that's information we could use next time. I'm trying to think, what could we possibly do to survive longer? If we could get our hunger under control, if we could just get a little bit lucky on that, we could rest at Lara's place. Oh, didn't quite make it to the shop menu. Alright. Yeah, if we could make it to Lara's place, we could rest, and that's a way to recover a little bit of health. It's pretty grim, though.
A good joke doesn't need a punchline. It needs structure.
It's so rare that Mark Immortal says a thing that I just totally agree with. God damn it. Another applicant for this cursed role. Why is it cursed? Well, because everyone fails. 16 failed attempts. 16! They keep dying, meaning they never learn, never understand what death is. He keeps talking about the nature of death like... I feel like I'm on the verge of grasping something here. What is there to understand? Don't give me that smirk. You think you're different? Fine. Go ahead, prove it. Finish the play without dying. Become yourself. But there must be a real Broth out there somewhere, right? Maybe still on that train? Perhaps, but unlikely. The real Broth died not so long ago. Although, I've been wondering, if there are both actors and real people in the streets, can an actor meet their prototype? I guess, but they're strictly forbidden to interact with them. Well, that'd ruin the whole experiment. Prototypes would learn they're being played, act unnaturally, aspire above their station, you know. So wait, the actor follows a set path, repeating the prototype's actions, right? Right. So what happens when the actor surpasses the moment that the prototype died? Bravo! Perhaps that is the instant when their nature changes. The actor gets into the role so deeply they become the original. If charged particles can change their nature, why wouldn't the same apply to the people charged with the same idea, dream, or bad fortune? Okay, so it's not so much that he's trying to explain to me something about the nature of death in the game mechanically that I could use to, help myself. But rather, he's explaining the in-game mechanism for why I'm able to die and then sort of resume. Or the in-universe mechanism. So, wait a second. Where's the real person, then? Why do you think there's only one, that they're limited by a single body? This is the abyss we need to step over to reinvent death. That's how I see it. What's the abyss? It's perspective. You're mistaking a moth in a spider web on your window for a monster on the hill. Remember that story? Yeah, the moth in the window. It's a perspective thing, yeah. And we have 3 different options there, all of which end the conversation, none of which will get a reply. Huh. Well, I guess we didn't really learn anything. I don't know why I thought Mark would be helpful for a change. Well, I'm going to step back out into the world and then call it here. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. It's a strange thing. Like I said, I'm a little worried that we might be deathlocked. We were in a position where I thought we were deathlocked before, and we got out of it basically due to a miracle with the Schmouder. I do not think that we will see that again. So, like I said, if we're deathlocked, I'll probably take a little break from the game, like a week or two, and then we'll come back to it and hit it full force with the improved knowledge. So come back next time to see if that's what happens. And we'll see you then.